welcome to Hawaii News. And we don't only talk about HSR on the channel, we also talk about Zenless Zone Zero. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into Alice's kit, the brand new S-Rank anomaly character, and she is physical as well. She's a brand new physical anomaly, Jane Doe, move over. Anyways, let's begin with her basic attack, Well, let's do it. You tap it to unleash up to 5 slashes, dealing physical damage. After applying her assault effect to enemies, the 5th strike becomes enhanced, which is pretty interesting. Holding the basic attack lets her retreat, then lunge forward with a thrust. This can trigger a perfect dodge and recover some sword energy. After a perfect dodge, it can link right into her enhanced 5th strike. Remember, the 5th strike is enhanced, remember that. This move also gives her invincibility during the animation. Super clutch for tight dodges. We like tight stuff. Alright, now, when it comes to her dodges, there is a little bit of an interesting fact that I need to talk about. When you trigger a perfect dodge, it does also recover her sword energy. Keep in mind, a lot of things in her kit are tied to her sword energy. Her dash attack allows her to follow up with a forward slash, dealing damage. If you trigger a perfect dodge, you'll mark her dodge counter, which is a follow-up that launches kicks in front of the enemy. After that, you can chain right back into her 5th basic, which again is her enhanced 5th basic, yes. Invincibility is also in this animation, of course. This animation is invincible. So already, you can see Alice has a really tight, fluid combat rhythm. She's made for players who love reactive gameplay, timing dodges, dealing energy. I'm not gonna lie, it kinda sounds like Jane Doe. I think Jane Doe is getting power crit, to the surprise of who. Anyways, we haven't even got to her special skills in Ultimate yet, which we will cover just in a second. I hear some weird noises in the back. I'm gonna deal with that real quick.
Alright, so it seems like David had to go handle something. Somebody was acting a fool in the studio, so I'm actually gonna take it from here. Let's keep going with Alice's kit by taking a look at her special attacks, and this is where her sword energy mechanics really shine. Her basic special attack has her throwing her sword to pierce through the enemies in front, dealing physical damage, and this move can also trigger perfect dodge when activated, and it gives back some sword energy. If you dodge cancel into it, you can once again link into that 5th basic, and yes, it gives her invincibility during the animation. Now, her EX special attack kicks things up a notch. When Alice has enough energy, tapping activates a powerful retreat and thrust move that pierces through enemies and deals massive damage. This one recovers a bar of sword energy, and just like the others, it links into her 5th basic and keeps her invincible while it plays out. And then there's the special attack Hold. When Alice's sword gauge reaches at least 1 bar, holding the special charges up a devastating flurry of slashes. You can consume up to 3 bars of sword energy. The more you burn, the more slashes you get. After the 3rd slash, it seamlessly chains into a lot of things chain into her 5th basic. Invincibility is also present in this move. Alex is clearly built to reward aggressive timing, energy management, and a tight grip on the flow of combat. She's mobile, reactive, and has a crazy strong presence when both on field and as an assist. I'm not gonna lie, this seems kinda like, a Jane Doe power creep. I think David said that already.
Yeah, I said that already.
Okay, yeah, he did.
Said that.
Alright, anyways, we'll wrap this up with the next part being her chain attack and ultimate.
Alright, guys, I'm back. I know you guys missed me, right? If you missed me, I'm back. Now, her chain attack is as flashy as you'd expect. When it's triggered, she does basically a flurry of slashes and, I don't know, it looks cool, and she's invincible. Her ultimate takes the same energy and scales it even further. Once your decibel level hits max, tap to activate and Alice will wipe the field with a giant-ass slash. It hits harder, covers space, and obviously you're invincible. Why do I keep saying that? I think you guys already know that if you play Zenless Zone Zero, obviously you're invincible during your ultimate. What's the point? The script is terrible. Anyways, now let's talk about her core passive. Every time Alice deals damage, she builds up mark stacks on the enemy, and that mark stack scales with 125% of her crit rate. Meaning the higher your crit rate, the faster she stacks. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna say that one more time. The more crit rate that you have, the faster that she stacks her marks. Yes, so she's kinda like Miyabi. Think Jane Doe and Miyabi. You know how Miyabi needs crit? Yeah. Alice needs crit as well. When Alice lands a crit on a target that's fully marked, consume all of the mark stacks to apply assault. Yes, that means if their marks are full, and you hit a crit, she can apply assault without actually building up her physical anomaly. Yes, it deals a chunk of damage equal to 35% of the original hit without affecting your anomaly buildup. That means that she can apply disorder with herself. Yes, she can apply a disorder with her marked assault and her actual assault. Keep that in mind. I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. That means she can cause her own disorders. I know I'm repeating this a lot, but I want to make sure you guys understand her kit. And here's the payoff. After applying the assault effect, if she does it within 5 seconds, she recovers 1 bar of sword energy. This can stack up to 2 layers, and it rewards aggressive fast rotations. For every bar of sword energy that she has, she gets a 20% damage increase, up to a cap of 60%. And even if you burn all of your bars, this damage bonus lingers for 12 full seconds after the fact, so it has a massive uptime window. Now, the additional ability gives her even more team synergy. If there's another anomaly or support in your squad, Alice gains these effects. When she or anyone else triggers a disorder effect, the enemy's defense gets shredded by 12%, stacking up to 2 times. Yes, and keep in mind, like I said, she can apply disorders herself. Now, for her second effect. If any teammate triggers disorder, Alice gets a full bar of sword energy back instantly. Very similar to Miyabi, because when other teammates trigger disorder, Miyabi gets stats. The same thing applies here. Whenever a teammate triggers disorder, Alice will get a full bar of sword energy back instantly. So if you're running Alice with a good anomaly or support unit, say somebody that's great at applying status effects, you'll not only fuel her sword energy, but you're also going to set up massive defense shred windows. It's disgusting. So, that's Alice in a nutshell. She's aggressive, crit scaling, sword energy anomaly powerhouse with fluid attacks, constant invincibility, and she rewards execution. She looks to be a top tier, honestly, and maybe one of the best anomaly characters in the game. I don't know if she's gonna power creep Miyabi, but Jane Doe is definitely getting power creep. Let me know what you think about Alice in the comments below, guys. Are you pulling for her at 2.1? Are you pairing her with anyone in particular? Maybe Yuzura? And as always, if you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like and subscribe for some more in-depth ZZZ content and future character guides. I'll catch you in the next one. David, signing out.